Hey guys, WB Trincuts here, and I am finally back home after almost 5 weeks away in total. So I know I haven't really stuck to my one video every 2 day schedule since sort of before the end of last season for various reasons. But yeah, I am now back, and hopefully I can get back into that rhythm. And of course, there's already a new collection out, the Panini FIFA 365 2017 stickers, which released yesterday, and I'll be making a new video on that soon. And also, once we get into September, there's going to be a whole wave of new football collections, including the new Adrenaline XL and the new Match Attax. The most exciting one for me. But yeah, once that wave of new collections comes out, I should be able to stick to the old schedule, and hopefully I'll be back. But yeah, without further ado, what I'm going to be doing today is predicting the 100 clubs for that new Match Attax collection. So the basis I'm going to be doing it off is what they've been doing for the last few years, 400 clubs. We haven't had two from the same team in the last 4 seasons, so that's going to be one of the criteria I use. Also, in the 9 seasons of Match Attax so far, there hasn't been a single season without an English 100 club player. So I'm also going to have one Englishman in there. That's going to be another criteria. And also, although we did have Czech last season, they don't usually do new transfers, so I'm not going to include any new transfers in my predictions as well. So those are the 3 criteria I've got for picking my 100 clubs today, and for each position I'm going to go over a short list of 5, and then you can also vote on the ones you think it'll be out of those 5. I know there will obviously be some choices in there which won't be in my short list, but yeah, vote for the most likely one with that I button up there. So I am actually going to start in midfield, because that is kind of the basis for a lot of my choices. But yeah, if tops do include new signings this season, the 2 most likely are obviously Pogba and also Kante. Those would both be really good choices in my opinion. But the 5 current ones who have stuck with their club, I've gone based on last season's performances. So I've got Kevin De Bruyne in 5th, mainly because he was out injured for a lot. But then we got Payet, Ozil and Dele Alli. And the reason Ali's at the top of that is mainly just the English thing. And then Ozil and Payet, I think they're both outside chances. I'm not particularly ranking one ahead of the other. And the reason Ozil's above Payet is because he's from a slightly bigger club at the moment. I know at the end of the season, West Ham could easily be higher than Arsenal in the table. But for now, Ozil's from a bigger club. But then my number 1, it is of course the PFA Player of the Year, Riyad Mahrez. I just can't see past him for the midfield 100 club. And if they do it, that they only have 1 from each team, I think out of him and Vardy, he's more likely to get it, because Vardy had a 100 club quite recently towards the end of last season. So yeah, Riyad Mahrez is my midfielder, and he's the one that I think they will give the 101 to as well. So yeah, that's my choice for midfield. And then I'll go for the forwards. So we do have here, of course, Ibra would be the obvious choice if they do new transfers this year. But then I have got Lukaku and Costa. Neither of them are very likely to get it at all. But then the 3 interesting ones are, of course, Aguero, Vardy and Harry Kane. And now, Aguero and Vardy, of course, both scored 24 goals last season. Harry Kane got the golden boot, though, with 25, although injury did kind of limit Aguero a bit. And I would say Aguero is the best striker in the Premier League at the moment, but because tops do seem to favour English players quite a lot here, I am actually going to go with Harry Kane as my forward 100 club. Not because I think he's the best, because I don't think he's the best of those 3, but because of the nature of how they pick it. And yeah, he did get it last year as well. I think he'll most likely get it again if they do pick Mahrez in the midfield, because then Vardy can't be up front if they don't have 2 from the same team. So that leaves Kane or Aguero, and it seems like they have to pick an Englishman each year, and I can see Kane being the most likely for that choice. So yeah, that is my 100 club forward, Harry Kane. And then we'll move on to the defence. And so in 5th place here, we have got Danny Rose of Tottenham in England. Then it's Wes Morgan in 4th, of course, the Jamaican defender for Leicester. Then I have got Chris Smalling at 3rd, but I could actually see Chris Smalling getting it, because he is English, he was solid last season for Man United, and if they do want to pick Aguero up front, then I could see Smalling getting it in the defence to make up that Englishman's spot. So that's kind of my next choice, Smalling in 3rd. Also, if they chose Aguero up front, they could put Alderweireld in the defence, because that would open up the Tottenham place, and I do think he deserves it. But yeah, I don't think he'll get it if Harry Kane goes up front. So my number 1 is reluctantly Hector Bellerin. Now, they've never actually chosen a fullback for the 100 clubs in the 9 seasons Match Attax have been so far. So it would be a first, but I think if we do have Mahrez in midfield and Kane up front, then I can't choose Morgan or Alderweireld, so it's kind of got to be Bellerin. But yeah, I could see Smalling or Alderweireld easily getting it as well. Finally, we do have the goalkeepers, and I have just quickly got to mention Jack Butland. He was a top quality keeper for Stoke for much of last season, but of course his season ended prematurely due to injury. He's still not back from that injury, so I can't see him getting picked under any circumstance, really. And Stoke isn't a particularly big club in the Premier League, so that's another reason why I don't think he'll get picked. But at fifth, I do have Thibaut Courtois. He didn't have a great season by his standards for Chelsea last year, but he still was a good keeper. Then in fourth, I've gone with Petr Cech. Third, Hugo Lloris. Second, the Leicester City keeper, Kasper Schmeichel. And at my number one, I can't see past David De Gea. He definitely deserves it. He should have probably got it last year if there wasn't so much speculation around him in Real Madrid. But yeah, he didn't, and I think he will get it this year. Man United and Spurs did have the joint most clean sheets last season, and that was a lot down to De Gea. So yeah, that is my 100 club. It is really hard to choose them this season, so I think a lot of people will disagree with me, but I don't think there's a single choice which everyone would agree on this year. Anyway, please do vote in those polls in the top right, so we can get a more general consensus. And also, if there's people I didn't include in my shortlist, then please do put them down in the comments as well. But yeah, let's now have a look at the values, if they do the values the same way as they did last year, of these new 100 clubs. So De Gea on goal, 11.5 million. Then we got Bellerin with 12.5, Mahrez with 16.5, and Harry Kane with a 17 million value. That's if they do them the same way they did last year, and if my calculations are correct as well. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new Match Attax collection. There's quite a lot of news that's been released about it very recently, so I'll probably be making another info video about it very soon. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please just smash that thumbs up button, and of course, I'll see you next time.